Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Now live. Hey Faraday. Hey Lee. Well, this is Myst 3 Exile, the sequel to Riven, the sequel to Myst. There you go. Hey Foamed. Oh god, you're adding me in the... You're sending out Discord notifications. Noises. And yeah, to make it the lineage of this game even weirder. Hey QB. To make this even weirder, it's not by the studio that made Myst and Riven, the sequel to Myst. So this is Myst 3 Exile, not from the makers of Riven, the sequel to Myst, which is the sequel to Myst. It's a strange lineage. But to me, honestly, might be a good thing, because I did not like Riven very much compared to Myst, so who knows? Who knows? This is like significantly different from Myst and Riven, just in how you play it. No, Myst 4 is the sequel to Myst 3 Exile by not the makers of Riven, the sequel to Myst, which is the sequel to Myst. So Myst 3 and 4, I believe, are both by Presto Studios. And then Myst 5, I think, goes back to Cyan, which is the studio that did Riven, the sequel to Myst, and Myst. And then I can't remember if that was before or after Uru came out. There's like you need like a flowchart to explain how all the Mysts work, I guess. Did a Kickstarter game? That's I think Abduction. Obduction, Abduction. I think that's a game you're talking about. And then Cyan's most recent game is I want to say Starfield, but that's not the name of that game. Firmament is the most recent Cyan game. Actually, is it? Or is the VR remake of Riven, or their next game is a VR remake or a remake of Riven that's also in VR. Yeah, I win. But their most recent original game is Firmament, which is playable in VR, and I actually got a copy of that. Because right now there's actually a really cool VR bundle on Humble Bundle that comes with Firmament, the Myst-like game from the makers of Myst and Riven, the sequel to Myst, and Myst 5 and Uru and all that. And it also comes with 7th Guest VR, which I've known about 7th Guest since like the late 90s, because I had a CD that came with one of these big CD multi-packs you could get at the grocery store back in the day. That was like a combo demo disc and like had a bunch of pre-rendered trailers and videos and like video previews. And I remember one of the videos on there was Mega Man X on PC. And then one of the other video previews was of Seventh Guest. And it's like a 20-second video of like, yo, check out this game. Look at the incredible graphics. Go buy it. And that's kind of how I knew about Seventh Guest. And I think it also had coverage in magazines back in the day too. And kind of had a reputation as being a quite difficult Myst style puzzle game. And then very recently a completely different studio from the original makers acquired the rights to make a VR remake of Seventh Guest. And that came out, I think, in October. And then just right now, it's part of the bundle for the VR bundle, which I think it's a hell of a deal because I think just Seventh Guest is $30. Just Firmament, I think, is $35. That's $60, $65 right there for those two games. And you can get every single game in the bundle for like $20. So I was like, okay, I've been meaning to get Seventh Guest, so I guess I'll just get this bundle. And then it also comes with a bunch of other stuff too. So if you have a VR headset and you're looking for new stuff to play and you like puzzle games like this, then hey, grab that bundle. It seems like a good deal. Let's see, what else? I was going to mention something else. But yeah, I also have Abduction, which is the other game by Cyan. Getting that to run in virtual reality is kind of a pain because it came out in this weird time in virtual reality when things on period correct hardware like 2017, 2018 VR hardware, it works fine. Anything newer than that and the game just kind of blows up if you try running it in like the weird headset that I have. I think it works okay on a Quest 2 and a Quest 3. I'd prefer to play it on my nicer headset than that, but if I need to, I can play it on a Quest. It's not a huge deal. But there's to hopefully the surprise of nobody, sometimes getting VR stuff to work properly is just a huge pain in the ass. So it is what it is, though. It comes with the territory of being such a niche thing, but it is cool that companies are still like putting effort into high quality VR stuff. Here's hoping that Valve just continues to do some more VR stuff. That would be great if they did. Alrighty. But today's business here. Myst 3 Exile, PC 2001 adventure developed by Presto Studios. So this is not Cyan. This is a different team than the original Myst and Riven, the sequel to Myst team. Published by Ubisoft. This one also, so Myst 1 came out on a bunch of different systems. Like PC, Mac, maybe Amiga, I don't know. Ask me anything about Amiga, I won't be able to tell you anything about Amiga. It came out on PlayStation, Saturn, I think 3DO. And that's just like the original like launch period. And then over the years, it's also been on literally everything else. And then Riven was PC, Mac, and PS1, I think, for that one. And it came on a bunch of discs. And then fast forward here to 2001 in Myst 3 Exile, which let's say it's about 3 years after Riven came out, I think. And this one came out on PC, Mac, and original Xbox. There's an original Xbox version of this one. And because of the changes that they made to the way that the game plays, I think it actually will probably play pretty well on a console. You'll see what I mean when we get into the game. But I think they made some positive changes to how the game works, and I'm actually looking forward to exploring the game world in this one. So let's pull up a quick manual here, and we'll be able to see what I mean here. It's coming back to me now. Why I came to these worlds, how long I've been waiting. I remember who I am and who my enemies are. Your sons, Atris, Sirius, and Akinar. Do you know what they did? So, in the end of Riven, the sequel to Myst, we came across some evil guy who was planning to take over the weird fake worlds of Riven and like enslave the population and rule the multiverse, I guess. And then I forget how we dealt with him. I think we maybe pushed him into a black hole or something. My memories of Riven are a little hazy, but I think that the plot of Riven had you defeating the evil bad guy. Hey, Sil. But I can't remember. My overriding memory of Riven was I didn't like it very much. But there was some plot things happening, and then I think you also get transported to Uru, which is like the ancient seat of power for the people that originally made the magic books that the Myst lore is all based off of. And we came across Atris, the guy mentioned here. And I think we teamed up with Atris to take down the big bad guy. I think. I'm sure it's not important, though. I'm sure it's not important. A message from Presto. You're about to take a journey that we here at Presto Studios hope will be as an immersive, exciting, dramatic, suspenseful, and challenging for you to unfold as it was for us to create. Sit back, relax, turn off the lights, and turn up the sound. Immerse yourself totally in these worlds. And when you get to the end of the road, may you feel as great a sense of accomplishment about your experience with Myst 3 Exile as we do about ours. Presto Studios development team. All right. Well, I'm not going to sit back because I'm not sitting right now. I'm not going to relax because I'll fall to the floor. My lights are off, though, so we're most of the way there. I always like these little notes that you get from the development team. That's a little personal touch to this stuff. So just to show like the era that this came out in, 233 megahertz, Pentium 2 or 300 megahertz, K62 or faster. That is literally what I have in my retro computer that is sitting on the floor of my closet right now. Has been sitting there for a year plus. I actually have a K63 though, so I do have the or faster. It is 300 megahertz though. Windows 95, 98, or ME, 64 megabytes of RAM, 200 megabytes of space. It'll probably take up more than that. 4x CD-ROM drive, 640, 480. The 640, 480 thing made this game kind of a bitch to capture here. The version that comes with Steam, when you buy it on Steam, it still is using like Windows 95 compatibility mode, and it Windows 11 really has a bad time trying to get it to display properly on screen. So it took some doing to try and get it to work correctly. Awesome. Way, yeah, I just about a year ago I was 280 pounds. As of this morning, I am 181 pounds. So lost 100 pounds. I don't know what that is in non-freedom units, but I'm sure y'all can do the conversions there. Still working on it though, but progress has been made. We're getting there. So yeah, getting this game to capture it all took me like half an hour the other day, just trying to get it to work. But I did figure it out, so we're good on that. Don't have to do any of the weird install stuff. I don't know if the symbols like this will have any use in the plot for anything, but I'm making a mental note that there are symbols like this in the manual that I might need at some point. Okay, so playing Myst 3 Exile. So, moving through Myst 3 Exile is remarkably easy. Simply use the mouse or keyboard arrow keys to position the cursor where you'd like to go, then click the mouse button or press the spacebar. Don't forget to look up and down instead of only left or right. Sometimes important things are above and below you. By default, the game is in free look mode. In this mode, moving the mouse or pressing the keyboard will look around the world with the pointer in the center of your view. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Keep it up. Keep it up. It's not easy. You can do it. And if you right-click, you'll change to cursor mode. So, in Myst and Riven, the sequel to Myst, you kind of had... you had the static screens, and then you clicked to kind of get these short videos that would play that would transition you from screen to screen, or it would just go from stack screen to stack screen. In this one, it's like a photosphere in this one. And you can, it's like Google Street Maps, that kind of deal. So you can actually freely look around, all around you, in each like zone that you walk to. And I like it. I like the change that they made. Hey, Alt Insider. How'd I do it? So a year ago, I stopped having fast food entirely. No fast food. Everything that I ate was food that I made myself with raw ingredients. 2, I greatly restricted my diet. I started off with a 1,200 calorie diet and eating a small breakfast and then a larger meal in the evening, and that's it. No sugary drinks, no soda, nothing like that. Switched completely over to Crystal Light green tea, and then work out every single day. Every single day that I'm able to. So like my workout this morning was 20 miles on my bicycle, and then about 45 minutes body weight exercises and weightlifting. So if you do all those things over the course of a year, you may have the results that I got. Another tips that I have as well is I started taking fish oil pills. Fish oil supplements. They're omega-3 fatty acids. That there are studies that corroborate that those fatty acids in mostly fish, seafood is where that comes from. It aids the body in not necessarily getting rid of fat, but it makes it easier for the body to consume the fat reserves that you have in your body. The only like question marks in the studies were, is this from people eating fish or is it from the B3 supplements that you take? And based off of the testing that I've done with it, it totally works with fish oil pills. And for instance, starting in like October, I was about 180, 186, 187, something like that. And I hovered around that up until 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I started taking fish oil pills again. And now I went from 187 to 181 this morning. So I started losing weight again. So that is how I'm making these statements of this actually worked for me, and it's a good way to expedite the process. But as with all supplements and things like that, talk to your doctor, run it by him, send him an email if you have any like thoughts that it might affect stuff like your blood pressure. It affects that a little bit. But that is like the one like secret weapon on top of other stuff. Yeah, so that's the hardest part is changing your routine. Settling into a routine is the hardest part. Once you settle into a routine of something that works, it's really not that big of a deal. And don't sweat like, oh no, I had this, I ate an entire bag of Cheetos or something like that. Once your body is used to actually having a highly functioning metabolism, then don't worry about cheat days. Like I did. I was like, oh God, I can't I can't have Cheetos ever, or I can't like have cookies or anything actually good ever. And like last week, I ate literally an entire thing of cookies. And then I was like, oh God, I'm gonna pay for this. And it didn't change my weight at all. So, just you don't have to be too strict on yourself once you get into a groove and a routine, but you need to make sure you get into routine first. The sugary drinks thing, I used to drink soda all the time. And when I first started out with the weight loss thing, I was having Rockstar energy drinks that have just a shitload of caffeine in them. And a good substitute that I found is there's Crystal Light. There are 5-calorie Crystal Light pitcher packs that have very little caffeine in them, and green tea also has studies shown that helps with with weight loss. Yeah, Shasta, God. So I make a pitcher every couple days or so of this Crystal Light green tea. It's peach mango green tea is what I usually use. And then Target also sells these energy drink single serving packets that are about that big. They're meant to be put into a single cup to have like, God, it's like 40 milligrams of caffeine, about as much as like a can of soda. So I take one of those packets and I put it into the pitcher. So it, the net result of all that is like this big cup right here of my tea and caffeine stuff is like 20 milligrams total of caffeine. And before I was having like 300 in a day. And I've since found out that shit, I don't need that much caffeine anymore now that I'm working out and exercising and being active. So, all those things are all things that help me get to the point that I'm at. So, I think that's pretty much all the tips that I have for doing that. But it all comes down to how much you want it, you know. Yeah, Crystal Light's got a bunch of different flavors. They don't have that many green tea based flavors, so like you can kind of Frankenstein your own version of it with just getting a bag or two of green tea and then like a bag or two of some other flavor to mix with it, and that's what worked for me. So, but it is also very difficult to get unhooked on the sugary drinks and the tasty stuff. Like, I know that was extremely difficult to do for me. So, okay. So with that all said, let's play some Myst, shall we? All right, let me get the game launched here. So I don't know anything about this game. This is all completely new to me. I played Myst 1, God, like 7 years ago at this point. Myst, or Riven, the sequel to Myst, I played 2 or 3 years ago, I think. And then this one's new to me. So let's do it. That's all fine. Zip mode I'll turn off for now. That's all fine. I know, right? Like that's true. Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out why would they have multiple Ubisoft logos, but sure. They wanted to make it very clear that Ubisoft owns Myst at this point. All right. There's another Ubisoft.
I realized as our group linked back to Dunny that we should not restore the city as we had planned. The once magnificent buildings lay in ruin, testament to the hatred that had consumed them. Too many people had fallen victim to that hate, to the prejudice and greed from which it sprang.
I wonder if this is the same actor. It kind of looks like him.
Gazing out across the cavern, I decided to write another age, one that would help the Dunny survivors begin again, free from the tragedies of their past. So with my wife, Catherine, supporting me, I put aside that past to write a future. More than a year has gone by since I finished writing Relishan. I have a new daughter, who I hope will someday link to that age with me. And as I imagine Yisha meeting the Dunny, those brave men and women who are building a new life for themselves, I realize I've been given another chance as well. A chance to learn from my mistakes and leave the past behind me once and for all.
people are too loud. All right. That's a good intro.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
It's a spooky ghost.
Call it Tamana. We moved here after Atreus finished writing Relation. He wanted us to have a new home too. I'm so glad to see you. I told Atreus our paths would cross again. He was just going to grab something for your trip to Relation, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Unless he decides to check over the whole house first, which means he could be hours resetting all his padlocks.
Oh, great.
But I know he was looking forward to introducing you to the Dunny, so he shouldn't be terribly long. Why don't you wait in his study?
What do you bet we have to open all those padlocks? Probably 100% chance. All right, so yeah, this is how you interact with the game. It's got the same kind of fisheye distortion, I guess. That is pretty typical of these 360 things. I do like that they mix in a lot of dynamic elements into this. Gotta save the baby too, yeah. The baby got lost in this book somehow. Somebody put this book in the crib, and now the baby's gone. All right, let's see where this loops.
You know, this trip is exactly what Atreus needs right now. I haven't been able to get him out of the house for months, ever since he found his journals out of place. But seeing how well the Dunny have settled in on Relation should help him to finally relax.
Oh, there's the loop point. She's just gonna keep shaking that baby. Lady, you maybe don't do that for that long. All right. It's some pretty good pre-rendered 3D. Like for 2001, definitely some nice nice looking CG here. Yep. Cooking Mama would be very upset if you did that. Like stuff like this still looks a little late 90s, but really good texture work here. Especially in comparison to Riven. I'm not sure I should be interacting with books just yet, but what's the worst that can happen? I thought I was looking for Atreus. All right, we'll look around a little bit first. All right. I don't recognize either of these two guys. All right. This is probably for a puzzle later. Taman, thank you for responding so quickly to my request for Nara padlocks. As you know, security in Tomana has become an important issue of late. Perhaps I'm overreacting, as Catherine suggests, but the idea that someone may have been sneaking into my study, reading all of my journals, disturbs me. After what happened to my library on Myst, after my own sons, Cirrus and Aknar, destroyed so many of my books, I've come to realize how delicate the link is to my worlds. I've never been able to repair those burned books to link each age and find out if the inhabitants survived. Padlocks won't change that situation, but they should ease my fear of trespassers considerably. Sincerely, Atreus. Okay. Sure. All right, cool rock. More cool rocks. I can't pick up any of these, apparently. Alright. Neat. This would have been like 4 screen transitions in Myst or Riven. Okay. This looks like a door, but I guess we can't go through it. Alright, Relishon. So that's the new book, the latest banger from Atris.
Well, my friend, I see you found the Relishon book.
Oh.
Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. I'm sorry if I've kept you waiting. Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things. And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Relishon. I thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve, compared to what the age truly is.
Can't just tell me?
Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Relishon and we'll be off. Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months.
Oh no!
No! No! Relishon!
Oh, okay. Apparently we're forced to go here. I could have helped him put out the fire in his study, but it didn't let me do that. Okay. That's some good-looking clouds. Oh boy, okay, so this, so the problem with changing to this different method of navigation, it's gonna be harder for me to, like, keep my bearings of where I've been, where I haven't been. I don't know how you rename saves, or if there's a quick save. F6, F7, F9, F10, F1, F2, F3. So F5, escape and F5 open the same menu. Great. Okay. Well, that's going to be a puzzle later, I guess. All right, let's follow the guy then. He went up there, I guess. That guy looks familiar. I can't remember why that guy seems so familiar. Actually, now that I think about it, in Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, the second film, the guy who was poisoning the King of Rohan, Snake Man, I think. I think that it reminds me of that guy. He looks like that guy. Okay, so we need to be able to get into there somehow. Okay. But why though? Yeah, Wormtongue. Yeah. It reminds me of that guy. So like maybe from down there I can get inside this building? Because if I can't get in through here, then I gotta get in from the other side or below or up top somehow. This area reminds me a lot of Riven. This looks a lot like Riven. The lack of like, the lack of any movement in the water is a little weird. Oh, it literally is that guy? Okay, well that, there we go. Okay. Probably the same costume and everything, I guess. That's funny. Okay. Jeez. Well, that explains that then. Okay, so we got another observatory here. So this one's got a blue thing on it. The other one, that one had a red one. And you can spin it. So that looks like it changes the zoom level, maybe? Hey, boys. Okay. So what does this even do? Okay. So I get the feeling that I probably need to line these up like this for all of them. And then there's probably some sort of like shoot a laser through them to solve a puzzle mechanic at some point, probably. Which means I think I need to backtrack over to this one. But the problem is, I'm not sure. No, maybe I shouldn't mess with it for now until I know what these do. So we got a red one and a blue one, a purple one and a green one that I've seen so far. Okay. What have we here? Not letting me interact with it. Okay. This kind of looks like a building. So we got this, and that. And these are all potentially buildings. There's something over here. I guess another issue with this navigation system is like, I'm not sure which way is forward and what's navigable here, I guess. Okay, so this brings us down to the water. There's some sort of capsule there. I can't interact with the floor. That's where we came from. So we can't interact with this. Can I go down here? Okay, so this is just a dead end at this point. There is a ladder right here. I'm not sure what this is. And I can't get over there right now. So this appears to be some sort of track system, maybe? And this... So what's probably going to happen here is this piece is going to raise up and it'll roll this back towards me. But why? I don't know. But that's probably what this is for. So I can't interact with any of these pieces here. Okay. So for now, that's a dead end. There was that little hand ladder going down, but I don't think that connects with up here anywhere. Okay, so nothing there. Okay, so we'll continue exploring this direction. So there's all this space down here, which I assume is for inventory. Riven didn't really have that much of a use for an inventory system. And I don't know if that changes in this game. Where's this? This looks like a puzzle. Okay, so this is probably the laser that's gonna interact with the lights somehow. Okay. So I probably have to power up this thing first. Supply power to that before it'll do anything, most likely. Oh, there's an opening. Yo! Okay. Alright, there's our laser. Okay. Let me do one more here in case that... Okay. So this... Okay. Alright, first puzzle solved. We did it. So I don't know what the end point for this would be. So we can see the beam of light coming out here. And I'm not sure if we've come across like a receptacle for that just yet. I don't think so. There was the window right here on this tooth building. Like maybe if it goes into that and then it does some sort of mechanism. But I think for now we'll keep going this way and see what else is here. Is this a lever? So this might be a sundial. This might be an intentionally... Oh, okay. This is this, and the top of it got broken off. Okay. So we have to bypass wherever this one would have gone, I think, in order to solve a puzzle. But I still don't yet see a end point or the there's something up here, but I think I can only go down from this point. Yeah. Okay, we can only go down from here. Music changed. Whistling Rock. Okay. I don't know if that's a caption or if that's the name of a thing. Let me look at the manual here. Zip mode. Manipulating objects to interact with something in the world, just click on it. Push buttons, open doors, turn wheels, examine letters, pick up objects, even talk to people. There's a few limited objects that you can pick up and carry with you. When you click on them, you'll automatically put them in your inventory. Okay. Is there a quick save? Oh, there is a quick save. It's Control S. All right. If left mouse button. Menus, load game. Troubleshooting. Okay, so the manual doesn't say anything about the caption, whatever the whistling rock thing is. If I click on that, okay. I think this is probably just an accessibility thing of like, hey, there's an audio cue here. Okay. This building I recognize from Riven. This is one of the little huts that they had in Riven. Riven, the sequel to Myst. Okay. I guess I'm using this. What did this do? Oh, okay. But why though? Alright, if I do that again. Okay. Sure. Do they really need to make this building this complicated? Okay, so that's likely that. Let's see what's over here first. So we got another door leading outside. Another one of these. Let's see what's in here. Okay. We got some gears here, like a broken pot. Maybe a spear, stool, hammock. Okay. Well then. All right. Art. There's a fly somewhere. Oh, coming from this, I guess. All right. What? Okay, this is... So we need to revive this thing, I guess? Like this might be an inkwell and a pen and mortar and pestle. Maybe? Hey, Ivy. So we got 4 green balls versus that. We got Thor's hammer here. Alright, I'm gonna move this tentacle over here. Why, I don't know, but that did a thing. And then we crank it. We gotta crank the tentacle in order to wake this thing up. And that caught the fly. Why though? Okay, what if I crank this? So this is just an electricity generating device? Okay. Alright, I did a thing, but I don't know why. Alright, what is this? This looks like this might be an elevator that I can't interact with at all. Is this elevator powered by flies? We got... Yeah, let's get in here before I mess with that. Okay, so we can interact with that from inside and potentially outside too. Okay, let's interact with it outside first. But surely there's a reason why they let you do that. Okay. So something that I didn't consider in Myst and Riven, the sequel to Myst, you were pretty much in no real danger. There were bad endings that you could get in those games, but there wasn't any sort of like Sierra style, whoops, you clicked on the wrong thing and now you're dead, game over, haha, hope you saved. I don't know if that mentality changed for this game or not. So I think I'm going to... Oh, cool. So the manual says you could use Control S. What about Alt S? Nope. The manual says you could do Control S to go directly to the save menu, but that does not work apparently. In elevator room. Okay. So... so there's some sort of... Alright. We got ourselves a puzzle here. So already we've kind of equaled the puzzle count of Riven. In this one. What about S? Nope, it's just not doing anything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, also Dead Man Walking. That's true. Okay, so what the hell does this do? All right, so we can spin. We can move this thing. We can spin this thing. Okay, do any of these look different? So far, I think they all look the same. So that one's got three stripes in the middle. Also 3. Also 3. This one's got like an opening kind of right here. Maybe that's different. No, that one has it too. All right, I don't see the purpose of this one. And just clicking here, all that does is spin that. Okay. So this one looks like we've got 3 different weights. So that's got 3 positions. This one's also got 3 positions. So kind of the problem with this puzzle is I'm not sure what the point of this is. And same for the one with trapping the fly in the dead shell thing. Like, sure, I did a thing, but why? I don't know. So at least like comparing this to Myst 1 had pretty simple puzzles for the most part, but they all felt like they had a point to them, you know? Okay, I'm gonna assume that maybe this open part of this cogwheel fits into that somehow. Yeah, this is La Milana now. So Myst 1 had super simple puzzles that had like some logic as to why you were doing them. And then Riven there's like 4 really big interconnected environmental puzzles in the game, and it's mostly a narrative driven thing. And so far in this is closer to Myst 1 than Riven, but at the same time, why? I don't know why some of these puzzles so far. Okay, so this hooks up that to that. So if I turn this, does that affect anything else? It doesn't look like it. So if I disconnect this, so nothing on that. So are we? Okay, that always makes that sound. Okay. So I'm gonna put them all in the lowest position now. And then that. Okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back up here if I can. Am I stuck here? All right, we're gonna go back up here. We're gonna bring the elevator back, and we're gonna ride the elevator back. We're gonna ride it up and see if there's a point, if there's some sort of environmental clue as to why that's there. And also that might lend what? Like maybe the point of the thing down below is to keep that from happening, the spinny grate thing. Maybe that's what that's for? I don't know. All right, let's check out this. I have done it. I've used his swirling linking lock to follow him. I touched my palm to its glowing panel and felt the tingling begin. There was a sudden sickening lurch inside my stomach, then I fell into the page. This has happened before, I know it. It's happened the first time I came to this place, when I followed his murdering sons from Narayan. It's happened when I used his hidden books, and it happened when I finally opened the machine, right before the fog first ate my mind. The fog didn't find me this time. When I opened my eyes, I was alone in a room. I was standing in the home of my betrayers. I couldn't move. I was afraid. I thought they knew what I had come, and they would be waiting for me, just like they had waited inside this very tusk. Okay, so it is a tusk. Interesting. I was afraid that they would tie me up again, that the poisoned snakes would strike. But the silence was unbroken. The whole house was still, and without really knowing what I did, I started to search every room, every floor, every cabinet. I found his journals, Atra's never-ending journals. I found the book that he brought me back to this world, the lesson world he calls Jamin. So that's the book that he just wrote, I think. Tamira, my love, how long have I been trapped here? How much of my life has been eaten by the fog? The face I see in the lagoon isn't the one I ever remember wearing. It's so much older, so much more savage, but it is me. It is Savadro. And I remember what they did, how they led my people to death. So Savadro is probably the guy that stole that book at the beginning, and the guy that we're pursuing in this world, probably. So this might be a numbering system. So there's tree, and there's tree and then like half of a tree. So that might be, so this might be 1. So this might be 5, maybe. So this might be important for something later. I've returned several times now to Tamara. I am searching for some sign of his sons. I was certain they would run back to their father, but so much time has passed. So many years in which to forget about my people. Is that what happened, Atris? Safe in your beautiful new home, enjoying life with your dear wife and family? Did you become so busy envisioning new worlds that you forgot the ones you already created? You must be very careful. I must not let them know that I am free. I will read all journals I can find to figure out where his 2 sons are hiding, and when I found the sons again, when I've got the whole family together, I'll bring them down. Atris and his family will suffer the way I've suffered for years. Okay, so this one's got a stroke going upper right and another one there. Interesting. Okay. Cirrus and Akanar are not in Tolmeric. Every day I become more and more convinced Atris' sons are not there. What happened, Atris? Did you grow tired of them the way you tired of Nerlan? Did you abandon them the way you abandoned my people behind your shield? It does not matter. I can still take revenge against their father now that I am no longer stuck on Janin. I can avenge all the dead in my world. I have already reopened his other books. I have begun making changes in these worlds using his own lessons against him. There's still so much more work to be done, but eventually I will lure him into my tusk. I will find some way to make him follow me here from Tomana. For now, I will concentrate on the Orbiter. It is not a natural part of this world. The material that it creates is like nothing I've seen. It reminds me just a little of the shield, and if it is the same material, it can't be damaged. But perhaps I can damage the other devices. Okay. So the stuff on the left is, I think, the stuff on the table that I shocked life into the tentacle. I think that's what that is. And then the stuff on the right, there's a cogwheel. And it looks like... Oh, that might be pieces of a crystal on the right side. It might be what that is. And then there's some sort of orb that's made up of 8 pieces. That looks like you have to assemble for it to do anything. But none of this looks like it's immediately actionable. Okay, so there's that number there. Interesting. No, it cannot be true. Surely his journals deceive me. He says he brought them back. He says he's given his Denis brethren new life. But how? How can one man have so much power? How can one man's writings reawaken a dead world? I don't know what this means, but all that is sacred. Tamira, how can it be? What can it mean? It doesn't change a thing. I can still continue as I planned. I can still seek revenge for my people. I will make my enemies suffer by the weaving, Tamira. This changes everything. I found a way to reprogram his scanning device. It requires scavenging parts from another mechanism in the tusk, but I think the gears I leave can still be operated by hand. Okay, so this is likely the solution to that puzzle. So that looks like the left one is all the way down. Turn on my pen here. The left one is all the way, we'll say left is in position 3, middle is in position 2, and right is in position 2. The cogwheel needs to be in the open position, and that's fine. And the swingy thingy needs to be attached close. So sure, that's fine. Okay. Apparently there is a difference on these. So one of these has the bottle part is the one on the bottom center is like flipped, it looks like. 180 degrees for one of the parts. So I'm assuming that part needs to be closest to the player. Sure. It's finished. All is ready for Atris' arrival. Tonight I will sleep among the ghosts. Then tomorrow I will link into Tamana. When I link out, I'll be carrying his book. May the spirits of my people serve to guide me in this. Okay. All right. So that appears to be exactly what I needed to solve this puzzle. Okay. So this is likely telling me the relative weights of stuff. So 4 of these was equal to the weight of one iron ball, it looked like. And 4 wooden ones is equal to 1 green crystal one. Okay. Professor, another puzzle. Yeah, so this right here. So this is the 4 of those. I'm still not sure what the point of the fly is in this, but maybe that will be apparent soon. We have another inkwell here. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Okay. So it looks like I need to go down below this thing again. I'm not sure what the point of doing the stuff below here is. I'm sure something will happen somewhere. But apparently there's some sort of mechanism in here that will activate. Okay. So this one needs to be all the way down. And then these 2 need to be in the middle. Okay, check. This needs to be connected to that. That needs to be like that. So that's correct. That's correct. This is probably correct. And then this... So one of these has the part in here flipped. Ah, okay. So I need to go flip the other ones. So like that, I think. So now what? I don't see like a button to click to activate this thing. So this might require riding the elevator up. That was kind of another thing that bugged me about Riven. There was at least 2 puzzles, I think, 2 big involved puzzles that didn't give the player any sort of positive feedback on whether or not they did it correctly. And I don't know if that's the case here with this one. Okay, close the door. I'm going to actually save before we... get into this, just in case. You never know. So we got a button to the right, it looks like.
Atris? Is that you? Come to rescue your book so soon? Not yet, old friend. Not yet.
Okay. So I don't know if this scene is triggered by the player just going up this elevator, or if it's because I put the things in the correct alignment below the elevator. I think I might have messed up by not investigating this part first. We got a button there. That might bring the elevator back down. I'm gonna try opening the door. Okay. We got a locked door outside. So if I press the button, this is probably just going to return us back down. Okay. As I suspected. So there's... So that grate does that sliding thing. And then there's also two levers here. I'm going to save. Okay, so can I just pull the bottom one? No. Okay. Skip this transition. So can I just pull the top one? Okay, so pulling that always results in the same thing happening. Nothing up there. I can't interact with the floor. Alright, skip. Can't interact with this porthole. So... I feel like this part I maybe didn't do correctly. I think I might have had it backwards. Okay, skip, 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 skip. So this is potentially wrong, and this is potentially wrong. So this one I have one with this part facing outer. Oh, yeah, I do have it backwards. Whoops. Oops. Okay. I think it's correct now. I don't see anything else here that looks like... That looks like it would be significantly different. Like maybe the gap here between these two. Maybe it looks a little different, but I don't know. And I'm not sure where you would... check. Okay, just for giggles here, we'll put this in the middle position and the other two in the top position. And see if this does anything. Gears, I believe, can still be operated by hand. Yeah. So this right here, this pulley, you can see it there. So this is definitely in the far down position, and these two are the middle positions. So I think I had this one correct. So, okay, if I operate this again now, does anything change? I'm pretty sure I have it in the correct orientation. That didn't seem any different. Like maybe this might open that door at the top if you do it correctly. Oh, it rotated it. So we're no longer looking inwards. We're looking outwards now. Okay. Can I open this door now? I can. Okay. So that... I can't know for sure, but I think by doing the stuff below the elevator, it unlocked this. Probably. I don't actually know. Okay. We got this egg thing down there. We have another sphere thing. Okay, so then we got a handle here. I can't interact with whatever that is. Okay, so I can interact with that. Can't interact with this. So the guy put a book into here, I want to say, and then this did something where it kind of flipped over and did something with this mechanism, but I'm not sure what.
My sons, I promise to teach you the secrets of my ages. This world is the first step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you will learn.
Hello, Atreus.
Oh, that totally is a worm tongue.
Long time. Sorry I'm not there to greet you in person, but I just didn't think it would be wise, considering how long I've been stuck here. Trapped in these lesson ages by 2 very greedy little boys. Your sons, Atreus, Cirrus, and Achenar. Of course, they're not so little anymore, not so innocent. I thought a lot about innocence these last few years and what happens when it gets lost. Worried about relation? I have it. Worried about friends, relatives, people you can't get back. I know just how you feel. But if you want to do something about it, you're gonna have to open this device. And there's just one problem. I've changed the 3 symbols that do that. So if you want to reclaim relation, you're gonna have to take your own class. Find the 3 symbols, Atreus. And don't keep me waiting forever.
So this poor guy has been stuck on the Myst tutorial island for years and years and years. I think that would drive anybody crazy. I don't blame this guy at all. Okay. So in order to get to the book, I can see that there's a book in there in the bottom of this egg. I need to find the 3 symbols somewhere on the island. And then what I do with them, I don't know. Okay, so there's a dot here, 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 and here. Okay, so I can move this and I can zoom the camera. Okay. That's the focus, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's that. So I just line that up best I can, I guess. And then, all right, sure. So what I was thinking was I had to go explore the rest of the island and then find 3 pieces of paper or something. But it seems like it's much simpler than that. We just gotta focus a lens and then get the zoom correct. I don't know how accurate this needs to be though. Okay, that's probably fine. Okay. Like the way the guy was talking, it sounded like, oh, we got to go on some huge epic quest to find these 3 symbols. So this one I'm not immediately seeing. Oh, it's up there. Out a little bit. Okay. All right. That's probably it. So now what? Do I press the button again?
My sons, I promise to teach you the secrets of my ages. This world is the first step on your journey. Search the island, and you'll find 3 linking books. Each connects to an age in which you will fulfill.
Hello, Atreus. Been a long time.
Okay, so that's probably the same scene. Okay. Alright, what if I pull this? Okay. So this unlocks the front door. Okay, so now we're kind of back where we started, I guess. So there, and somewhere else, somewhere down here, I think, should be where those linking books were. And then I guess those go to something else, I guess. Yeah, there's one there. So we have to get inside of there somehow. So we've been here before. This is still in the way. Can't do anything with that. So I'm still not sure of the points of these light emitting things here. Because I don't really see anything to line up with them. Oh, we can go this way. Okay. So this might go over to... Oh. It just goes to the purple one. Was I able to access this before? I thought I could. Yeah. Okay, so this is how you get to the purple one and the yellow one, which I don't think we've had access to yet. I don't think I've been down here. This doesn't look familiar. Okay, so this is where one of the linking books is. Where is this taking me? Where am I? What? I appreciate that they call out the audio cues in this. They didn't do that in Riven. This is a nice quality of life thing that they did. Because audio clues to puzzles were totally a thing, and in Myst as well. Myst 1, you needed to be able to recognize piano tones in order to do a Myst puzzle. What is this? What is this? The point of this bauble here. So I don't immediately see a use for this other than telling you that there's 4 things that make noise over there. So, alright, cool. That's probably a puzzle. But I don't see one so far. Alright. It's a dog. Found the dog. Squee chirps. Alright, we cannot pet the dog. We recall the dog. Okay. Sure. That's probably a puzzle. So is this the same building that I was in before? It looks like it is. Yeah, okay. That's the same building. Not sure what this is for. I think this looks like... Is it this? Like this crystal orb? And this doesn't have an orb in it right now? Like that might be that? So this thing... That is likely this. And we know that that makes electricity if you do this. And then we already trapped the fly inside of here. For what purpose, I have no idea. But we did. Like, I don't know if I can free the fly. I can free the fly. Okay. But why though? Like this teaches the player that applying electricity to these things makes them move, I guess. But I don't know why the fly would be involved in this. And then this room also tells us about the relative weight of things, which is probably also a puzzle. Yep. A classic Myst. They did also call this the tutorial island. Okay, well this is just applying physics to this, so I don't know if this teaches us anything. Nothing over there. Nothing here. Okay. I'm gonna go back out this way. Okay. Alright, so that's where the doggo is. Okay, so let's climb back up here. This is the weird microphone thing, plant microphone. I don't know, I think that's a cool touch that they put this in there. I think that's neat that they put that touch in. There is no lens flare though. Like they clearly could have done lens flare here, but they didn't. Shame. Shame. 2001 game with no lens flare. Like maybe the Xbox version has lens flare. So it looks like I need to get over to that door somehow, but I don't see a reason to do that. Hey Jeff, yeah, this is 2001. 2001. Okay, so I came down that. This bridge is where I came from, I think. I don't think I've been over here. So yeah, this game came out on PC, Mac, and original Xbox. It's on Xbox as well. Third Myst, yeah, there's Myst 3 Exile, there's also Myst 4, Myst 5, Uru, and I think that's it for the mainline Myst games, I want to say. So there's Myst, Riven, the sequel to Myst. Those are done by Cyan Studios that did the original 2 games. This game was done by Presto Studios. So 3 and 4 are done by Presto Studios. Uru and Myst 5, I think, are back to Cyan Studios. Cyan is, I think, how all that works. But despite this not being made by the original Myst studio, this is definitely a Myst game so far. Yeah, Cyan did Abduction, and then they also made Firmament is their most recent original property, which Firmament is currently on sale on the Humble VR bundle. Despite it being a VR game, it also has a 2D mode for it. And that bundle also has 7th Guest VR and a bunch of other pretty good VR games. So if you have a VR headset, I definitely recommend picking up that bundle. It's $20 for the Humble VR bundle. Okay, let's spin this and see what we can see. So I think I just need to line this up with... Okay, so that lines up with the green one. What does this line up with? Not the green one. Okay. So click it twice. Okay. Here. So at this point, I'm just kind of clicking buttons and hoping for the best. But I'm going to assume that if I line up all of these... Okay, so that's with the blue one. What about one more here? So I'm still thinking in the back of my mind whether or not I did that lining up the symbols with the telescopes puzzle correctly. I think I did. Like there wasn't any sort of thing I could have interacted with to like lock in the positioning. So I don't know, but it's also entirely possible that I didn't complete that puzzle yet. Okay, so that I think was a dead end. So at one point, Where does this go? Okay, this just goes back to the beach. Okay, so this one's got the light going through it, and we started up the, yeah, this thing. So we got the laser going here. So I think I want this pointing not this way. So this one is broken. So we need to divert this over to the right. Okay. So that should be pointing to this one. That's up here. So that one over there. So I probably want to spin this there. But I'm still back to the old problem of, like, what's the point of moving this beam around? And this also doesn't appear to be doing anything with the light. So maybe this one needed to not point towards red, but across the valley there. Okay, so that goes to the green one, then. So I get to that one from this direction. That's new, I think. Oh, okay, this must be where the light needs to go. Okay, so I think we finally found the endpoint for the light here, and that likely opens this door. Yeah, because this door is otherwise... Oh, great. Oh boy. Okay, so it looks like there's... Maybe an object needs to go into the center of this ring, and then... Those have to be pushed in a certain order, probably. Okay, well this is where one of the link books is, at least. But it looks like there's multiple steps of things we need to do before getting access to that. Okay. So for now, I just need to make my way over to the green... So the green light receiver thing. Which should be up here, I think. We should be able to climb up to it. I think it was this way. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, these are always nice and chill games. And it's mostly, I think, from the lack of music, and it's mostly like environmental sounds that they use for the most part in these. Okay. So I think that might be going to the red one. It is, okay. So if we redirect red, yellow. Ah, I'm blind. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty much how these games are. Is you need to explore as much as you can and then kind of hope for the best. Like, you need to exhaust all your possible exploration options, locate all of the puzzles, and then just start trying to find environmental clues on how to solve them. Okay, so that one's yellow. That was... Okay. So yellow was the next one, which was up here and to the left. But does this doesn't have any light coming out from it. So like I can see where this needs to go. It needs to go right there. So it feels like I need to have this one shoot into this one, and then this one to this one, and then that one can probably go to the receptacle. This is probably correct. And then purple goes to red. I'm assuming that's red. The problem is though, I've looked through most of these and I haven't seen like a direct shot from any of those reflectors to the receptacle. Okay, so that one's actually lined up now. And it wasn't before for some reason. Why, I don't know, but I think we're good now. Okay, so this one should be shooting light. It is not. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there's that one. I'm still not exactly sure how these like reflection things behave, because it seems like I can never quite get it correct. So this one we need to have it shoot that way. Oh, and it already was. Whoops. And now we're gonna be blinded by this. Okay. Alright, so now that's going that way. So if I look through this one, that goes to the red one. Okay. And that's way back at the start. So, hey, very cool. I'm gonna try out the zip mode here. Because I should be able to... Alright, zip mode. I should be able to... Of course not. Okay, is there a button that I can press? Alright, manual. Zip mode. When activated, clicking on areas with a lightning bolt takes you directly to the destination, skipping intermediate locations. I would love to be able to do that right now. Is there a hotkey for zip mode? I don't see one. Well, that's annoying. What the hell use is this if, if I can't zip over there? Like, I know where I need to go. That's very annoying. Okay. Time to click like 30 times. So we need to go over to the red one. Okay. So it's this way and then down. We have to go down, back across here to the other side of this. Out through this door. Back up here all the way to the top. And then the red one was to the left. That's a blue one. Let's line up the blue one with oh, there's light coming out of the blue one. Okay. Maybe I already correctly lined this up. Okay, so that one was the one we were at. Here's the red one. Oh shit, it's lined up with the thing. That might be it. I think if I go over to that now. Oh, I see there's this like rainbow thing coming out of there now. Okay, okay. Alright, we solved that. Now I need to get back over to there somehow. Okay, I think that's this way, and then up here. Down up here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so this is now lit up, and that is lit up. Okay. So now we got... Okay, so these probably correspond with the colors on the top of each reflector. So I likely have to press these in the order start to finish that the light passes through. So I know red was the last one. Or one of the last ones. My pen keeps turning off. It's really annoying. Blue was one of the first. Yellow was the first. So I think it was yellow, blue, green, purple, red. Is, I think, the order that was in. I'm gonna click off of this screen and then come back so it perhaps resets the puzzle. Okay, so yellow, blue, green, purple, red. No. Okay. Yellow, blue, purple, green, red. No. Okay. Well, let's go see for sure then. Okay. So there's light emitter to yellow. And then light passes through this to blue. And I have that correct. That's what I first tried. Okay, so yellow to blue. Which was way the fuck over there. Or no. Here. Okay, yellow to blue to green. That's correct. I think the last one... Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, the last one is red. Okay, it just dawned on me that there's more of these orbs than... Oh, no. Okay, so the last one is definitely red. The first one is definitely yellow, blue, green. Oh, boy. And then that one over there, I think that was purple, but I don't know for sure. So we're going on a hike over there. Yellow, blue, green. I could maybe brute force this. Let's give that a go, shall we? Yellow, blue, green, purple. Okay. That didn't immediately work. Man, I really wish zip mode worked in this. Okay, so green came from over there. Green to red. Okay. So that red over there. And then red to yellow. Okay. And then that's the one across the bridge and on the right side. We gotta go down this way, down here, across here, up here. So that's purple. So yellow to presumably purple. Yeah, purple. Okay. Okay, purple to red. And I think that's the last one, I want to say. I probably should have made a save next to that that door. But that would have been thinking ahead, and very unlike me. So now we get to do all this again. Climb down here. Go by the dog. Okay, up here. Up the stairs. Go to the right, up to here. Man, I hope this is the puzzle solution. A rainbow door. Okay. Hopefully this is the solution. Yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, red. Yes. Okay. So they put in the things for audio cues in this, but there's nothing in here for color blindness. So rip if you're colorblind. Good luck with this puzzle. Okay, so I'm assuming that's the book that we're here for. Okay, so this is we had to line up the light projector through that window, and then that lit up this, I guess. Oh my god. So there were, in the projector room in the very center, as I was lining up the camera focus and all that for moving the spotlights onto this area, there were the little balls around it. And I think you have to... God... Fantastic. Great. Very cool. This is Myst, alright. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make a save here. So sure, we'll save over this one, and I'll just load the save after I go and make a note of this stuff. Also, there's a symbol here? I don't recall seeing this symbol anywhere else. Huh. Okay, sure. Okay, so now we gotta go back to that central hut thing. Another instance where zip mode will be very cool. Okay. Hello, Stream Clocks. I do read the YouTube chat. Welcome. I'm not going to be playing for that much longer, by the way. I think that's the one I just came from. It's my back and my feet are killing me right now on my standing desk. Okay, so this is the double circle eyeball thing. How goes the game? It is, I'm liking it a lot more than Riven so far. A lot more than Riven. Okay, so this is the outer one. The most inner one is about there. Oh man, it's so hard to tell like which. Okay. Only game that you have a speed. Oh, you speedrun Riven. It's quite the game. My complaints with Riven. Oh, that one's actually 4. 4, 3, 3, 2. Yeah, I've never played any Mysts past the first and second one. And so far I greatly like Myst 1 more than Riven, just because my main complaint was that Riven didn't have as many like small puzzles, so it felt like the player progress was a lot slower than it needed to be. It was kind of cool moments when you figured out like, oh, here's this big puzzle that's been a thing for the entire game so far, and you finally put the pieces together of why Riven is Riven. But I generally prefer for these kinds of games to have like the smaller puzzles that you go through step by step, like Myst had, is generally how I prefer stuff like this. Stuff like Shivers had kind of a similar thing too. Okay, so this one is the bird. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is what my notes look like for this, by the way. So I'm notating how close the orbs are to the center one based off of the number on there. It's kind of hard to tell which ones are on the outer track and which ones are on the inner track and all that, but at least I have some sort of notation for where everything is. Okay, so that's the bird one, and I'm assuming I got everything lined up correctly for that. And then this is the leaf, I guess. So this one is in the 4 o'clock position. 2 is 6 o'clock. 3 is 9 o'clock. And 4 is 7. Okay. All right, so that's probably everything I need to solve this puzzle. So I'm gonna load. Save your current game? No, I don't. No, don't save. This is just to expedite things. Oh my god, they don't. What is this? Okay, so saves aren't in chronological order in the save load screen. It's in alphabetical order, it looks like, which is. Why? Why would you do that? Okay. All right, so I need to probably delete my old saves and start numbering them like this is a fucking Sierra game. God. So stupid. Okay, so this is the leaf one. So this one should be about there. That one here. This one here. This one here. That work? Hey, did it. Okay. Voltaic. All right. We've unlocked Voltaic. We get a cool flyby of it. Voltaic looks a whole lot like the island we were just on. Okay. Voltaic, huh? The water not moving continues to bother me. And so the water not moving and the lack of lens flare big thumbs down on Myst 3 Exile here. Missed opportunity. No lens flare, no good. Okay. All right, I think that's a good place to stop here. I am going to delete these saves now that I know these aren't in they're in alphabetical order. So we're now going to have a... All right, 1 on Voltaic. All right, let's make sure that that actually saved. Okay, good. I think that's a great stopping point here. All right, well, so far so good on Myst 3 Exile, the sequel to Riven, the sequel to Myst, which is also the sequel to Myst. So far, I'm digging this one. I'm liking it a whole lot more than Riven. Most of the puzzles have made sense so far, which is nice. I'm gonna say most of the puzzles though, because some of them I'm sure we'll have explanations later, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that'll do it for today on the stream. Thank you for watching, as always, and I'll see you next time with more Mr. Exile. Take care.